Hey guys, this chapter was very informative, so let's crack down to it. Fairy Tale chapter 468. Let's crack down to it. Okay guys, so like most people are already addressing the whole Aquarius key as being back. I had a funny suspicion that the celestial spirits, when their keys get broken, they aren't going to be permanently lost forever and stuff like that. I have a doubt because they are called the 12 Zodiac keys for a reason. So I had a feeling there was going to be some kind of reason of Aquarius being back, and that the fact that her key got reforged and being remade in human realm, and it was very understandable that it's like that. So it's nice that we got that into it. So other than that, it was nice that we got to notice a little bit more of this. And then slowly on, we then get to see the backstory a bit more of Layla and Zoldio. If I remember correctly, Zoldio was with with Grimoire Heart back on Tendero Island and everything. So we do know who Zoldio is, and we do know his fate as well. So we do know, so everything's, Zoldio's like little story arc of his character comes to an end here. Everything about Zoldio comes to an end here, because I think we did see the scene of Grammy back then, but we didn't know that character he stabbed at the time. It was Grammy, if I remember correctly. We did see him stabbing a person in the backstory of him being one of Lady's supporters. We did see the stabbing of him going rampant and stuff like that, but we didn't understand why. Because he was one of the people that I think that was looking after Capricorn before Capricorn went weird and crazy and evil, so to speak. And then we learned that Leia and Grammy were best of friends, great friends and everything, and Grammy was very apologetic that she didn't really want to, that it was her fault that Layla went through to opening Eclipse, because we find out that Anna Heartfilia, one of Lucy's ancestors, was the celestial spirit that opened the gate of Eclipse 400 years ago, and Layla was the Heartfilia to open it on that side, because it was pretty much it was all planned together, this plan and everything. So that's what happened. But because she couldn't have Aquarius, because Grammy kept on travelling and stuff like that, and so we see that, and pretty much then, so we learn that backstory, and that Brandis, by the looks of things now, probably had a similar, being treated similar in a way. I want to talk about this because I think this is a little bit funny. When Brandis was playing with Aquarius and everything, while Aquarius was in Grammy's care, she treated Brandish just like how she treated Lucy, but a bit more of a BDSM, like she was the master, she was a slave. I do not want to go down that ecchi route, BNS, or whatever that ecchi stuff that I don't want to, but it really felt like that with the whole like bark like a puppy and stuff like that. It really felt like one of those, like she treated her that way, and that reminded me of how she used to treat Lucy, but it looks like Lucy, she's a bit more different around Lucy now. But now that we know that her key is back, does that mean we might be able to have Lucy gain that key back? Because at the moment, her contract with Lucy hasn't broken, because she asked Lucy to break the key for her to unlock the spirit key. So she is still, by the sounds of it, her master is still Lucy, but her new key is somewhere out there for her to be able to unlock it, to be found. So hopefully during this arc, I really do wish that Lucy finds Aquarius' new key, so we can see Lucy using Aquarius' power with her new magic. Because I think if Lucy finds Aquarius' key, it would become one of the most powerful things that she could use. Because I think Aquarius was one of her most powerful spirits she owned, and be able to have like equip magic combined with her celestial magic to have Aquarius gabs to be able to like use her Aquarius powers as clothing would be badass in this final arc, and I really hope she gets to find it during this arc before it's all said and done, because I think, yes, I know the whole of her character was of her breaking the key and her being sad and everything was really made to do, was very character, and I do agree that what happened now is a kind of BS about it. But I think now that the Aquarius key is back and Lucy can now go out and find the key and be able to bring that character a little bit more back into play and use her power, her new magic that she learned across this whole 3 years, would really bring out a lot of characterizations as well. And I'm hoping she does find the key and everything as well, because it would be a lot. And then at the end of the chapter we have got Happy bringing him to the guild, and to Lucy telling her that Natsu's passed out, Natsu's not waking up, Natsu's not everything, can you help me, please help me, and everything. And this all must have been done, this must have had something to do with Zereth's confrontation, Zereth attacking the A&D book and showing Natsu that he got hurt after the book got attacked and everything. And Lucy's the most trustworthy character Happy can trust to tell her that the whole thing that he found out from Zereth and everything. And Brandish most likely is now going to be friends with Lucy and is going to end up now changing sides by the looks of things. And we don't actually know if, but like I said from last week's review, that I knew it was going to be one of those tropes. Like I mentioned, this whole chapter answered that trope, that it was that trope of Brandish miss Grammy her mother's death and blaming it on Layla. Layla would never do such a thing. Like I'm happy that it wasn't, and it was somebody else, and she just put the blame on Layla, even though Layla wouldn't do such a thing, and it was like this. But other than that, this was my review for Fairy Tail chapter 468. Was a great chapter, very informative chapter, a lot more backstory and everything. And comment down below. I really want to hear you guys down this time around. Comment down below. Would you want Lucy to find Aquarius' new key so she can use her new magic with Aquarius because we've seen Lucy's new magic where she gets gabs that related to whatever celestial spirit she opens. Do you want to see Lucy use Aquarius and have that power and use her power with with the Aquarius gabs that we see here, where when she opened Loki, opened Ares, opened all her other spiritual wizards? Would you like her to have Aquarius powers in that way as well? And would you like to see her? All you have to do is tell me your thoughts on that idea down in the comment sections below. And I'll see you next time for another manga chapter review. And I'll be starting my new week reviews of anime and tokusatsu this week. So see you then. For more reviews are coming in 2016, and hopefully it continues. This has been Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner, and I'll see you next time for another review. Bye bye for now.